I'm Lizzie.
And I'm Stephanie, and I haven't taken a shower in over 5 days. And that is why we are not pink.
So, wait, Stephanie, you haven't taken a shower in 5 days?
Yep, it's true. There's a story, though. There's a story.
I was saying, because I thought I was smelling something funny in here.
So, I'll make it short for all the people listening, but if you didn't know, I have very long and thick curly hair, and it's really thick and dense, so it comes out a lot in the shower, so every shower I ever come in contact with, I ruin the drain. So, I've lived with my boyfriend for fucking, what month is it? October? I moved in April, so I've lived here for 6 months now. Whoa. Anyway, 6 months, drain's ruined. Long story short, again, I'll say that thing 500 times. We tried to do an online maintenance request with our apartment on Thursday. And they, didn't get it or it didn't work. I don't know what the fuck happened. And me and my boyfriend are, really patient people, so we're just, waiting and chilling with our fucking drain, not draining at all. And just hoping they got the online thing and that they're gonna come fix it. And they never come. So then Brett, went down there and, yelled at them, because now we've been living for days without a bathroom sink or a bathtub that can drain properly. When we brush our teeth, we're, doing it over a bowl and dumping the bowl into the toilet because the sink won't fucking drain at all. So, yeah, I have not fucking showered in 5 days, and it's gets to the point where, everything is sweaty and smelly and no amount of face wipes. I've been doing Brett and I both have been doing face wipe baths everywhere, but it did get fixed today, so we're clean now, but
that's good.
I still feel like I could do another one. I feel like I might need to shower again. Not necessarily wash my hair and the whole bit. But I don't know about you, but I'm not the kind of person that showers daily.
Oh, no.
Because my skin and my hair get too dry. Mm-hmm. I know a lot of people are shower every day, but I don't wash my hair. That's how my grandma is.
Yeah.
But my skin itself, if I get under fucking the water in my town every day, my skin chafes really bad.
No, that's the same with mine. Washing my whole body, even every other day, I try and every other day, get my tits and my coochie and my butthole.
All the sweaty parts.
Yeah, and the armpits and stuff like that. But my legs and my arms, if I use soap on that and my loofah every other day, it still gets even dry and itchy. I can't wash my arms and my legs.
Right.
Same amount of time as I wash my hair.
Yeah.
But then my face is the complete opposite, and I have to wash it 3 times a day.
See, I wash my face once a week. If that pisses people off. What pisses
I hate you.
I'm not a really attractive person or anything, but it pisses people off when I tell them that I've never had any cavities, fillings, braces, or anything. Because I have pretty good teeth. And then when they hear that I don't really do anything to my skin. I don't ever wear makeup for starters. And I wash it with generic store brand face wash once a week when I'm in the shower. The only thing maybe that I'm doing right is I do it in the shower after I've been in there for 10 or more minutes so my pores are opened up to wash it. That might not work for you. Maybe someone will say that's a bad thing, but that's all I do. But I'm not a fucking beauty guru or anything. Now I don't even remember how we got on this topic.
That's why this is a free flow episode.
Hashtag free flow, not pink. Kind of sounds like a period joke. Make it a trending hashtag and...
Ooh. If our periods are ever in sync, we should do a free flow episode and also us talk about how we are free flowing.
Free flow. Old day style where we just our periods bleed all over our chairs, and then we can't go to school for a week, or
We'll do that, but we'll put our own personal towels on.
that's not something I want to be involved. Would we just be sitting here without underwear or pants on, like just tank tops and like bare ass pussy on a towel, just like bleeding like crazy? No one's gonna listen to that podcast if they know that's what's going on.
So we won't tell anybody, except for we just told everybody right now. So forget what you just heard.
I don't know if it's too early to reveal our secrets, but our secrets in comedy are to just record us maybe doing some funny things, and like hopefully we say really disgusting shit like that. So welcome to Not Pink. Today we actually, aside from talking about free-flowing periods, it's fall.
Yeah,
Leaves
it
are being
is.
orange. It's getting fucking cold in the Midwest.
I was gonna say, I always think to myself that I hate fall, and fall is like my least favorite of all the seasons, just because
You should
it
be
is
friends
right.
with my grandma.
Well, it's just because it's right after summer, and I fucking love summer. So to me, whenever fall comes around, I'm like, oh fuck, it's getting cold.
Mhm.
Like I can't wear my cut-off jeans and tank top and
Mhm.
sports bras anymore. Like that's not a okay thing to wear right now. I have to like wear full-length jeans and baseball tees like I'm wearing right now. It's like
Mhm.
I have to look like this is trendy time.
Yeah, I put a jacket in my
Yeah.
car. I'm like, it's that time of the year where I
Yeah.
need to have a jacket in my car.
I have to turn the heat on in my car, and
Yeah.
I hate that. It's always my least favorite day of the year. But it's just because I love summer so much. But then once fall's kind of been here for a little while, and the leaves are changing, and it's like you're finally given into the yes, I have to wear pants all the time and long sleeves. That at that point in time, I'm like, oh yeah, I do kind of like fall because I like sweater weather and I love wearing scarves and
Mhm.
stuff like that. And it's like, oh yeah, I do kind of like fall. And then I think, oh yeah, pumpkin pie's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Because I love me some pumpkin pie.
See, I get the whole, like, you like summer, so you hate the
Mhm.
fall. I kind of hate summer. There's
Mhm.
parts about summer that I enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love the extended daylight hours because I'm a night person anyway.
Yeah.
So I like being able to get off work and it fucking be light outside. Or like now when I get off work, it's fucking dark, you know?
Yeah.
And it's only October, but by the time we get to December, it'll be dark.
At 5.
Yeah,
so.
it'll be ridiculous.
Mhm.
So I get that. But I personally have always, since I was very little, fall has always been my favorite.
Mm.
Because I really like just the way fall looks. Like in the Midwest, we have not that many anymore, like when I was little, but there's a lot of like open fields.
Mhm.
Kind of burp there. There's a lot of like open fields and trees, and they turn orange and yellow, and it's really cool. I've had some shitty falls here because we've had some hot summers, like where the leaves
Yeah.
are fucking dead in the summer because they got fried, and so then fall's pretty boring. But I also really like Halloween. I really like pumpkin flavored everything. Like
Mhm.
I had this pumpkin pie or pumpkin spice white chocolate like coffee thingy at the grocery store the other day,
Mhm.
and it was fucking delicious. I saw what did I see in pumpkin the other day that I wanted to try? What are some other pumpkin things you like?
Shit, what isn't there like pumpkin
I
spice
know.
flavored now?
What was it that I really? Oh no! It wasn't something I wanted to eat. It was at the dollar store. Like
Mm-hmm.
you know how they have like candles and stuff, but they're like not that great. But they are only $1, so
Yeah.
you buy them sometimes. They have pumpkin ones. They don't have anything pumpkin in like any of their incense, but in their
Mhm.
candles, they have like the little glass star candles and the little votives and
Yeah.
pumpkin. And that I was like,
Nice.
whoa, pumpkin's a big deal. The shit's at the dollar store
Mm-hmm.
because they only have 3.
Wait. Repeat what that sentence you just said.
I don't
Oh,
know.
this shit's real. This is at the dollar store now? Hot damn. We're not from
Yes.
the Midwest at all.
It's popular enough that you can get it for $1 at the dollar store. It's really popular. I'm
So
serious.
the more popular something is, the cheaper
You cut
it
me
is.
off. At the dollar store in their candle section, they only have 3 flavors anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Like a cherry, a clean linen, and a vanilla. So they only have 3 fucking flavors. Like if you go to Walmart, who has everything, they have more flavor or smells than that. The dollar store clearly doesn't really care about having a variety of candles, but dear God, they had to have a pumpkin candle. So the shit's real. Pumpkin's a big deal.
I
It's
get
at the
that,
dollar
yeah, I get
store.
that.
Fuck off.
I see your point. I will take that fuck off.
Other things I like about fall is fashion. I love my riding boots I got.
They are cute.
They're pretty cool. My cat kind of fucking ruined them already. But thank God they're not real
Yeah.
leather. She's a bitch. Cats are assholes. She like clawed at them,
Yeah.
so there's like little tiny puncture wounds all up the side. But I
Yeah.
really like them, and I'm glad I bought a bunch of jeggings too, like right at the end of summer. I was like trying to find jeans, and I was like, God damn, jeans are expensive, especially when you are, size 24. And then I was like looking around at jeggings, and I was like, what makes these not jeans? They
Yeah.
have buttons and like seams, and they're not tights. So I bought a ton of jeggings. So I have all these cute jeggings to go with all my cute boots. And I have another pair of boots waiting for me at Penny's. I just need to go pick up. You can wear scarves, sweaters.
And say scarves are
Cardigans.
Scarves are my favorite thing. I love wearing scarves. And I'm pretty stoked. I bought this new scarf the other day. And I'm pretty excited to wear it once it gets cold enough because it's a wool scarf, so
Mhm.
it's too warm for right now. But
I'm gonna have a scarf or
Yeah.
two for you.
yeah.
Remember last fall I dated that homeless guy that knitted or
Mhm.
crocheted, whatever.
Mhm.
So I have a couple. One I really like.
Yeah.
Oh no, I feel like one day Brett's gonna make me get rid of it. Because I wanted to get rid of it, but Brett told me not to. But now I feel like this winter, since Brett and I have been together for way longer, he's gonna not want me to have a scarf my ex-boyfriend
Yeah.
knitted or crocheted for me. Especially, funny side story away from the fall thing, but this is, hashtag free flow.
Yeah.
That homeless guy
Yeah.
that crocheted that scarf for me, did I tell you he emailed me last week?
For real?
I didn't tell you this story. He fucking emailed me, and all the email said, it was from his first name and then Smith. And then the email address was his
Yeah.
actual first and last name. So he did like his first name and Smith to try to be like, you don't know who I am.
Yeah.
I'm a generic name. His fucking Gmail account is his first and last name. Point blank. But all the email said is hit me up if you need any green with a phone number. Dude, I dated a year ago for a very short amount of time is emailing me to let me know he's in the business of selling weed. And I honestly, it took...
Emailed.
Emailed me with his email account that's his first and last name. At gmail.com. And the is his first and last legal name. And then it said from something Smith. Like, he's being all fucking sneaky.
If we have any police officers in the Kansas City area who listen to our podcast, we'll tell you his first and last name because
Yeah.
he's that much of an
That's
idiot.
what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
It took all week for me to cool off from it. Because he was one of those guys in my life that was really crazy about I don't like you. Why did you think I wanted to date you? Yeah, I might have kissed you and had sex with you, but I'm not attracted to you. I would never be with someone like you. So then why are you emailing me a year later? You must be a very bad drug dealer. Have you seen weeds? Nancy never had to go fucking email people to see if they need weed. Nancy wasn't emailing ex-boyfriends from fucking few week flings to see if they need weed. Anyway, back to fall. I don't know about other places because I don't travel much in the fall, but Kansas City's a pretty good place to be in the fall. Because like we said before, in the Midwest, there's the trees and it gets really pretty and all that. And for those of you who don't like the heat, the temperature drops. If you like the cold, fall here is really awesome because it pretty much just gets cold really quick.
Yeah, it goes from being like 75, 80 to 20
Yeah, and
within like a week.
yeah, and like the sun might come out one day, and the temperature goes closer up to 60 and 70. But then at night, it gets really cold.
Yeah.
Like today when I got home from running errands, like right at 5 when the sun was still out and was like shining right in the apartment, it was hot as fuck in here.
Mm-hmm.
And then now that it's dark outside and there's absolutely no heat from the sun and like the oven's not on or anything's not going on, it's cold in here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty comfortable now, but that doesn't really matter. But Kansas City also has a lot of, I think, pretty cool like fall traditions.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorites, it's obvious, is Renfest.
Yes.
Kansas City has, again, I haven't been to Renfest in any other city, but Kansas City has a pretty cool Renfest setup that like stays all year round, and they only use it for Renfest.
Mm-hmm.
I have this other idea to use it for a haunted house, but I'll share that with them, not you. And Renfest is just awesome. I do wish it was cheaper, but for what it is, it's cool because, yeah, Renfest might cost like $20 to get into, but if you go to Renfest with no more than enough to get in, like you can walk around and have fun. Like it's really fun just to look at things. Like there's a lot, like there's a petting zoo, like the mermaids. Like there's a lot of stuff you can go do. It's a great place to go to take a bunch of pictures. Like.
And it's an all-day thing. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you get there when it opens, and you stay there until it closes. So if you think about it that way, it's open for, like, 8 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
So you just received 8 hours of entertainment for $20. Because you just said you don't have to buy stuff to enjoy yourself there. So that's how often... So when you think about it that way, it's actually pretty cheap. Because, I mean, going to see a movie now, like... costs almost $20.
Like for you and I to go to a movie, we'd be paying that. Especially, like the way movies are now. Like I know a lot of the theaters here in Kansas City have like so many different special screens that like it's hard to even go to a movie at the time you want to go at without paying. Like I remember when we went to see Paranormal Activity 2. I was thinking like $10 for a ticket for a movie on a Friday night. It ended up having to be $15 because the only screening of it at that time we were trying to go was like some weird, I don't even remember the fucking name of it. It wasn't IMAX. It was something else that's not, because there's always been IMAX. I saw fucking the NSYNC movie in IMAX when I was in 5th grade. Like IMAX has always been a thing at like Union Station. That's where I saw the NSYNC movie. Yeah. But it was like some other fucking fancy screen, and so just because it's some other fucking screen, I gotta pay $5 more fucking dollars. I honestly didn't want to. I was like telling my friends I was meeting, like, can we see something else? Because I don't want to fucking watch Paranormal Activity in the first place. Like, I will admit, we're on the topic of fall, and it is fall now. I do want to watch scary movies more in the fall. But when I lived by myself, which was when Paranormal Activity was a thing, like in my own apartment, single, it's hard to go to the movie theater and get fucking scared shitless and then have to drive home in the dark and go home to your dark apartment, and then you have freaking weird spastic cats that freak you out all night. So I didn't really watch a lot of scary movies for a couple of years, but we've been watching. We try to watch one like every Saturday. We do Casserole Saturday, and then we try to watch a scary movie.
You know, Stephanie, most people our age on Saturday, they get really excited because they can go out to the bar and have drinks and get drunk and shit like that. No, you're excited about casseroles on Saturday.
That's how it works. What else? I know for us growing up in Liberty, I know a lot of our Liberty friends listen to this. And by a lot, the number's not that big. I hope I didn't make me sound like
Lucy, cough.
Cough, Lucy. And Chris.
But growing up in Liberty. In the fall.
Fall Fest.
Yeah.
Fall Fest was a big deal.
Yeah, that was just a couple weeks ago.
Fall Fest was like kind of like my celebration of a new year. Because Fall Fest meant that much to preteen me and teenage me that Fall Fest 03. This year's gonna be different, and then it's not.
And what did we do at Fall Fest? I think that was kind of the thing that made me laugh about Fall Fest as an adult. It's like there was so much to do at Fall Fest. And what did we do? We just sat around on the square
in the
and
gazebo.
And
we
did
had to hang out
nothing.
at that gazebo, like the one by that church. Well, what was crazy too is I feel like I remember like walking through, especially like when we were like 15, 14, 15, walking through Fall Fest and thinking we were so fucking badass and so tough and so terrible, and I'm doing things my parents wouldn't want me to do. And then when you look back on it now, they like know what's actually bad. You're like, well, we weren't like going to the gazebo and doing meth, so we weren't doing that bad. Like, I remember like that one time, I don't know if you were there, but we had like that water bottle fight because there was some Jesus place that if you were like, I love Jesus, they'd give you free water. And so like all of us, like this fucking group of like 20 goth 15-year-olds are like, we love Jesus to get free water. And then what do we do with the fucking water? We just like start dumping it all over each other. And
we were pretending how it started, because it was there, we got them, and then somebody like splashed it on somebody, and like the power of Christ compels you, holy water kind of thing. Or somebody mentioned like, what if this is holy water, and then started like waving it around at people, and that's how it got started. The water fight.
I guess I'm not sure. I don't know.
Or maybe that was like another time, like maybe like the first time started the water bottle tradition.
I don't know. I do remember one time at Fall Fest, my dad had to come and like, I told him I was going to go to Fall Fest with my cousin, and then my cousin was older than me, so she was like getting dropped off at Fall Fest and like going to a friend's house and like smoking cigarettes and shit like that. So I ran into other friends of mine and was like, I'm just going to go hang out with them. And this is like before I had a cell phone, so it probably wasn't the best idea.
Yeah.
And I'm just walking down the fucking street at fucking Fall Fest. You know, there's vendors everywhere. Mm-hmm. Tons of people I know from the community and school and everything, just all over the place. And I just, like, my dad's, like, charging towards me. He just, like, grabs me by my fucking ear. And he wasn't, like, pulling me by my ear, but it was, like, I'm holding your ear, you need to walk with me, or I'm going to pull your ear. And he yelled at me in front of everyone, and it, like, scared the shit out of a ton of... Because in Liberty, half of my friends were, like, spoiled rich kids that, like, did go to church, and, like... I don't know, I feel like religious kids are sneakier about their dirty that they do, whereas I'm just, like... My cousin's doing bad things, so I'm gonna go hang out with my friends at Fall Festival and eat funnel cake. Yeah. And I don't have a fucking cell phone yet, so my dad doesn't know where I'm at. So I felt really bad when that happened. I guess that's a sad memory. But... another cool thing in Kansas City, we have a pretty good slew of haunted houses I have never been to.
And you live right next to them?
Yeah, I can see, like... the 3 biggest haunted houses in Kansas City from my fucking window. Yeah, and the Chambers of Poe. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I drive by that shit every day to, like, go to the gas station. And I don't go there. Because, let's be honest, expensive. It's fucking, like, isn't it, like, $30+ per person? And then you have to wait in line for, like, a really long time. That's what I've heard.
It's $30 for either... and you get to go to 3 of the haunted houses. So typically you go to all 3 of them. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of the thing, again, where it's, like... It's expensive, but it's more of, like, kind of like the Renfest type of thing, but for late at night. So it's just, like... You get there at like 7 o'clock when they first open, and you get in line to your first one, and then by 2 a.m. you went through them all.
I guess it's one of those things too, like especially for me and my boyfriend. Yeah. We have more of like social anxiety where it's like not so much like we're not really anxious about like leaving the house or physically going somewhere, but we know we're going to be standing in crowded lines and going through. If you get with a group that's like either going too slow in front of you or too fast behind you, you're like crowded with these people with all this shit going on. It's just not good for anxiety. But we were talking about the other day how another good haunted house thing in Kansas City is Worlds of Fun. Because it's like, what, $20 to go after like 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
And so if you want to go to the haunted houses, that shit's not until dark anyway. And so you only pay like $20, and they have like 5 or 6 different haunted house attractions, and you don't have to pay to get into any of them. There are some lines, but honestly, the cool thing about the Worlds of Fun stuff too is, and for those of you who don't live in Kansas City, Worlds of Fun is an amusement park with like roller coasters and stuff. They do a Halloween thing at this time of the year. It's just the end of their
most
season.
theme parks do, yeah.
So they have like their ones where it's like the vampire one, where like you have to go to the building and wait in line and walk through the building.
And
Or-
the summer camp one.
Yeah. Or they have the ones that it's just like, if you're walking from here to here, like if you're trying to get to a certain roller coaster, you have to walk through the haunted house. So it's kind of bad because it's not avoidable, but like that just kind of shows you how many like haunted house, and like those things scare the shit out of me. I'm not gonna lie, because they have like so many different attractions that there's something that bothers me. Like the vampire one doesn't scare me. The one with the dolls doesn't scare me. The one with the clowns doesn't scare me. But when they have those monkeys with the symbols, I can't do that. And that's one of the ones to get to the boomerang. You have to go through it. And the boomerang is one of the ones that, like, for those who aren't familiar with Kansas City, it goes forward and does like a corkscrew and an upside down. And then it's like clunk, 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 and it stops you. And then you do the whole thing backwards.
Yeah.
And that's the only one at the time. I was going to Worlds of Fun a lot and going to their haunt weekends. That was the only roller coaster they had with Upside Down, because like the Patriot and whatever else is new wasn't there yet.
Yeah.
But I assume, I haven't honestly been to Halloween Haunt in a really long time. Like it's been at least 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
But it was awesome back then, and so it's probably more awesome now. Lizzie fucking Jesus Christ. That is on the checklist to turn that off.
I'm sorry. You didn't tell me that. You were a terrible
I should have
checklist
to read.
person.
I should have to read the checklist off every time. We need an intern. If you want an intern for fucking no purpose at Not Pink Podcast, hit us up at notpinkpodcast@gmail.com. Because we need you to just fucking stand in the corner with a clipboard and read off this checklist to make sure we get shit done. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. One thing, I know we've been talking about fall for a while, but there's just one more thing that cannot go unmentioned. Fall food. I know we kind of talked about pumpkin, but it goes beyond pumpkin. There is fall beer, like ciders all over the place.
Apples.
Apples, yeah. You like talking about apples. Their bread. Like my grandma
All
makes
different-
apple cake.
yeah.
So good. Obviously pie is a big thing.
Yeah.
What else is good in the fall? Corn.
Corn and like beans and nuts and stuff.
And I think because it's getting colder too, like I said earlier, we do casseroles a lot.
Yeah, like that just.
And
like-
you can chili, like,
Yeah. Oh, chili.
you know, we're coffee drinkers.
Yeah.
You can enjoy. It's miserable when it's fucking 104 outside to try to drink coffee in the morning. And I can't afford to go pay for iced coffee every day, so
Yeah.
I have to make it at my house. And it's just, get out the blender and some ice cubes and make fucking frappuccino. It's not going to work every morning.
Yeah. No, this.
So fall's
yeah.
awesome. Because I like drinking hot tea, too. And I don't drink hot... I go months without drinking hot tea in the summer, because what's the point?
Yeah.
I've already been drinking way more hot tea.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, because in the fall, you can enjoy the coffee because it's not too hot or it's not too cold. Because sometimes in the wintertime, I feel like I get my coffee, and then by the time I'm back to my car, which is a couple of blocks away, my coffee's cold.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I hate that. I hate cold coffee. Which is why, like, I hate iced coffee because
Yeah.
I hate the taste of cold coffee.
Yeah. See, I don't really... I like iced coffee. Like, if I go to any sort of coffee establishment and get an iced coffee and I drink it, I like it, but it always kind of messes with my stomach because there's so much sugar and dairy in there I'm not used to. Whereas, like, if I just on a typical morning and making coffee, I put, like, maybe a little bit of sugar and, like, either milk or half and half if I have it. Or if I have creamer, which isn't very often. But, like, sometimes at work, like, when I work at the office, we have, like, a generic, like, regular original flavor coffee creamer. And I just do that and, like, a little tiny bit of sugar. So
And
that compared to like a Starbucks drink is a lot less sugar and dairy. Yeah, there's still sugar and dairy in it, but it's a lot less.
No, I'm the same way. Like I enjoy an occasional milk and sugar in my coffee, but like 95% of the time I'm drinking my coffee black. So whenever somebody gives me like the venti mocha choca frappa, yeah baby, Starbucks.
Ta-ta, yeah, ooh yeah. I don't know. It's
Vous couchez avec moi ce soir.
Ce soir.
But I can't drink those a lot because they make me sick to my stomach because it's just too much sugar and milk and shit.
Yeah, well, because like,
and we've talked about our problem with milk.
I know I said Starbucks, but really, I'm not trying to single out Starbucks here. It's like any coffee place.
Yeah.
Like it could be your small town mom and pop coffee place. If they have like an iced coffee joint thing, they're putting tons of sugar in the drink with like the syrup. There's probably coffee, sugar, syrup, milk, caramel. I live close to the West Bottoms. There's trains all day. I'm not surprised by it.
But that one's just abnormally
Welcome
loud.
to Kansas City. You want to be, because I think they're doing a lot of royal celebrations. Like, side note, this is how free flow, hashtag free flow is going to go. There's going to be a lot of side notes.
Hashtag royal.
But there was a train that went through the other day that was like, me, 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 me. And so I think it was like something about all the things that are going on right now in Kansas City. They're exciting because there was like fireworks for the American Royal thing and all that kind of shit.
I hope the people listening can hear this fucking train.
Well, what makes it worse is like where we live, where the trains are driving through right now is like a valley. So they're like honking and probably already like a mile away from Kansas City, but it's like echoing. Because
I've never, I mean, unless it's just because like leaves are falling, hashtag fall. Full
hashtag
circle. And like there's not so much stuff to absorb the sound, but it just seems it seems like it's very loud today.
Yeah, I don't know. Some are louder than others. But when there was fireworks over the other day, when there's fireworks, there's obviously a sound delay. But, what was I talking about? Oh, how coffee, if you get those frozen coffee drinks, you probably have, like I said, like, all the syrup. Like, they put the flavored syrup, sugar, some sort of dairy, and then they put fucking whipped cream on the top. And I always forget it. I know when I tell, like, people who are, like, Starbucks fanatics or something, if I tell them I don't like getting those drinks because of that, they're like, just order it like skinny, non-fat with no whipped cream. And I'm like, that's way too many words for me to say. Like,
that's what I was like.
That's making coffee way too complicated. So yeah, fall's awesome. You should tweet us on Twitter at NotPinkPodcast your favorite things about fall. We're also trying to be more active on Tumblr. If you're a Tumblr user, again, Not Pink Podcast on Tumblr. Let us know your favorite things about fall on there.
I saw on, I don't know if it was I think it was a Tumblr post that you like forwarded in a tweet that I looked at, and it was, I guess it was a Tumblr post. I don't Tumblr, so I don't tumble.
Yeah.
But it was saying something about if you're one of my Tumblr people, follow me on Twitter and follow Not Pink and follow Lizzie with an axe at Twitter and then yell at her for not using Tumblr.
Yeah, that's what I did.
And I was just like, I saw that, and I was just like, I wish I knew how to tumble, so that I could comment on this. Hey, Stephanie, if you teach me Tumblr, I would then use Tumblr.
Yeah.
But I didn't know how to do that because I don't know how to Tumblr.
Yeah. That's okay. We forgive you.
Good. I'm not that much of a hipster, so.
So, you said you got a new booster pack today, some new Magic cards?
Yeah. When I got off work today,
Let me see them. Let me see the package. I want to see the
Yeah.
package.
yeah,
I got one of the new Hans of Qatar. Is that how you pronounce it?
Something like that.
Yeah.
When did these come out? I am like so. Magic is
They
like.
came out in 2015. They're a 2015 card. Or 14. What year is it today?
2014. Because I know we got the M14s,
Mm-hmm.
but I knew that there was like when we were at Vintage Shock being accosted by those men that day.
Yeah.
I know there was new stuff about to come out,
Mhm.
but it's like I'm trying to like find shit about the. I'm gonna look up this now that I saw the package.
Mhm.
Because I was trying to find stuff, and I kept finding stuff about the M14, so I think that was like their big
Yeah.
thing for this year. But now I'm gonna look up this
Mhm.
cons of.
Yeah. Well, because
And then-
my friend that gave me the fat deck this past weekend, it's this kind,
Mm-hmm.
because the cards that he got in it, he bought like 4 fat decks of this new kind. Him and his girlfriend, so they had already taken
Mhm.
some of them and sold some of them and like traded some off, so they had an empty one and they gave it to me. So.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
What cards in there do you like so far?
Well, when I was out of town this weekend, I was hanging out with some Magic people, and I was kind of looking through some of my cards, because he was saying that this new one, it's mostly about 3-colored decks. So I was kind of thinking, oh, a 3-colored deck. If you kind of did those little like 1 card, like 1 mana fuck you little things.
Yeah, like Typhoid Rats.
Yeah,
I don't.
Shit
Maybe
like
Typhoid
that.
Rat is 2 mana, but yeah, along
Yeah.
those lines.
but like 1, 2, 3 mana top cards. Those just
Mhm.
like little like hacha, fuck you, go fuck yourself type
Yeah.
of things. Having a 3-colored deck with just a shit ton of those, like have it be nothing but things
like
that
Stinger. Kind
yeah,
of
like things like fata fata, and then like quick like little like 2 life to me, fata 1 life down from you type of things.
So real quick, I'm using my smartphone and I'm trying to look
Yeah.
up some stuff on these new cards. They came out on September 26th of this year, so they are fairly new.
Mm-hmm.
Just a few weeks old. And it's, how did you say it was pronounced? Hans of Tarkir.
Hans of Tarkir, yeah.
Okay.
Tarkir. We don't know if we're pronouncing that right,
Yeah,
so
I'm
don't yell
sorry.
at us.
Make Magic mainstream so everyone knows how to say stuff, okay? But I am on this website called magicspoiler.com, and I'm reading about these new cards, and it
Mhm.
says that, I'll just read the little blurb on magicspoiler.com. It says Tarkir, oh, my boyfriend's about to call me. Or my phone just died. No one called me. No one's calling me. Fucking smartphone.
Gotta love technology.
Jesus fucking Christ. Talk about a card you like.
Okay. Oh, this one. It's a forest, a Highland game. It's a elk creature. Just cost 1 forest and 1 colorless mana, so 2 mana. And this is definitely kind of one of those like small mana fuck you things, because he has when Highland game dies, you gain 2 life. So it's like you could like do this and then kind of like block with him, and then he dies, and it's just like, haha, I gained 2 life now, so people aren't going to want to really attack you because you've got that.
Yeah.
Unless they have a way to, like, make you lose 2 life or more. So it's...
Yeah. Okay, so back to this MagicSpoiler.com thing. It's
Yep.
talking about how these new cards are, like, 5 different clans. Have you heard about that? How there's, like, 5 different clans that are represented in the cards. Like, the intro decks are different clans. That's why they have the 3 color decks.
I haven't bought a fat deck or
Because
a starter deck or anything
this
like
one
that.
that's an intro pack is
Mhm.
three colors too.
Yeah.
So it's like these clans. Now I'm not even going to try to read off the 5 different clans they have because I'm not going to be able to pronounce any of the names. But you should look it up because it's kind of an interesting concept. We've talked about in a previous Magic episode that we're fairly newer to Magic, so fucking forgive us, Jesus Christ, for not knowing everything.
Shut up, trolls.
I just built an epic fucking white and green deck out of mostly cards from the early 90s. So, like, when those dudes that were fucking skeezing on us at Vintage Stock were trying to get us to come to tournament night, I can't go to tournament night. I'm such a Magic nerd at 23 that I'm playing with cards that are so old they can't be played in a tournament.
Yeah.
So never mind. And like Brett plays with blue and black and with a lot of kill cards and stuff. So we definitely aren't tournament players. We like playing at home. My green and white deck is pretty cool. It has like seriously like an 80% win rate. Like it's lost very few times. It's the best one I have, and I built it all by myself. I just went through all those old cards we had and picked out. And I, like, did the formula in my brain, like, did some research. So, fuck anyone who thinks I'm not good at Magic, because I, after playing for less than a year, made a pretty fucking awesome deck.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be cocky, but I guess why not? Let's tell the story about Vintage Stock. We haven't told that story on the podcast. So, Lizzie and I are hanging out, and we just want to run into Vintage Stock to take a peek at some Magic cards. Because I, at the time, was really in need of some mana, because that's when I built my green and white deck, and I had to, like, take out the mana from other decks to put it in to make this deck be able to work.
Yeah.
And so we went into Vintage Stock, and it's not very busy in there, and there's like 3 dudes working there, and we're going over and looking at the Magic cards, and these guys, the one guy comes over and, you know, does the whole, like, you're looking for anything specific, if you need anything out of the case, let me know, blah, blah, blah. And so that's like, okay, you did your job, now you need to stop. Like, you can listen to our conversation. Clearly, we make a podcast. We like when people listen to our conversation, but you don't need to chime in. And so the dude turns around and, like, chimes in, and I was talking about my boyfriend and how, like, you know, jokingly, like, I shouldn't buy any more Magic cards than I need to because, my boyfriend would be mad because we have fucking... It's not even, like, I have to have his approval. It's, like, we just have way so many Magic cards already.
Yeah.
And it's like gets to the point where I'm like, money for gas. It's like maybe you should have bought fucking 5 intro packs the other day. Jesus Christ. So that's what I meant. And dude just starts going on and on. The guy at Vintage Stock that worked there starts going on and on about how I should break up with my boyfriend and come to tournament night and get a real dude, blah, blah, blah. Knows not a shit, nothing about my boyfriend. And then my boyfriend's been probably playing Magic longer than he has, and all this bullshit, like, ridiculous. Cut to us checking out. And the dude, another second dude, Vintage Stock dude number 2, that's checking us out at the register. They're still joking about me breaking up with my boyfriend and coming to tournament night and finding a real boyfriend. And so the kid at the register is like, you should come to tournament night and learn how to play Magic. He can teach you how to play. What the fuck am I doing? Buying Magic cards. I'm buying Magic cards right now. I'm buying cards to have mana. I need green and white mana for a deck I just built, and you're saying I can come have some dude with a penis teach me how to play Magic because I have a vagina, so clearly I don't know how to play?
Well, he was trying to be like the worst wingman ever because he was like pointing at the guy. He's like, he could teach you how to play Magic.
Yeah, like Magic. The guy that's been hitting on me the whole time.
Yeah, but then the guy was just like dude, they
Dude,
came
yeah.
in here just
He
to
was.
buy magic cards. They know how to play.
Because that's
fucking
exactly what
Magic.
happened. That's what he was like, dude, you're so stupid.
Yeah.
Because we did. We walked into Magic. We walked into Vintage Stock and walked straight back to the Magic cards. Told the dude specifically what kind of cards we wanted. Spent like 15 minutes meticulously picking out cards. And then we're paying for them. I don't know what you think I go do with them, but it's like...
I just think they're pretty.
But, what? No. That's why, I don't know if you've listened to our other episode. If you haven't, whether you're a girl or a guy, you should go listen to our other episode about Magic, because we talk a little bit more about the struggles of being a girl and playing Magic.
Yeah.
Sometimes it fucking sucks. Let me see those cards, though.
Yeah.
I want to get one of these intro packs that has 3 things in them.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I wasn't broke. I'm trying to look at the different ones that they have. It looks like...
Yeah, that's why I
They
just bought
have-
the starter, just because I'm poor and broke.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it looks like they have a green, black, white. And that's the Abzan Siege. I said I wasn't going to try to pronounce them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the Abzan clan, I take it. And then there is... a blue, red, white. And that's the Jeskai monks.
Mm-hmm.
Then there is a black, green, white. That one would be cool. I would really get down on that one.
Yeah.
That is the Sultai Schemers or Shemers. I told you I wouldn't be able to pronounce them. This is totally my fucking deck. Except this green, black, white deck is 10 creatures and 24 spells.
Yeah.
Which I'm not used to that balance. I play green a lot, and so green you want more creatures.
Yeah.
But with white and black, I can see that because there's probably a lot of like kill spells and that kind of
there's
stuff.
lots of kill spells with the black, and there's a lot of there's not a whole lot of having lots of creatures out, like lots of little tiny creatures, but it's more about having just like 2 absolutely massive creatures out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
I
no-
mean, yes, there's of course, like I'm not saying that there isn't a single 1/1 1 mana like black card, but they're few and far between.
Yeah. And I know like my green and white deck is kind of built on having like cheap white spells and some cheap white creatures and then some more expensive green creatures, and then I have some stuff to pull stuff out of the graveyard.
Yeah.
Okay, the next intro pack looks like it's red, white, black, which I also like because I pretty much like all the colors a lot except for blue. I don't really like blue that much, but if you know anything about Magic, especially in social media and stuff, no one really likes blue except for like people who are known as assholes.
Yeah.
Blue can kick ass. I like the concept of like green and white and like black and red is another
Yeah.
favorite combo of mine.
I've always wanted to make a blue deck, but I'm so much of a not asshole. I have trouble picking blue cards that I actually like because I read it and I'm just like, I don't want that kind of card in my deck.
Yeah. Okay, the last one that they have is green, blue, red. I don't know that I would like that at all.
Green,
Because,
blue,
like,
and red.
from the M14s, we have one of the blue reds.
Yeah.
And we don't... Brett really likes it. It's the artifact deck. I think there are cards in there. Because we do where we roll for decks a lot. And I know I talked about this in our other Magic episode. So I played with the red, green, and I've seen it played on, like, Spell Slingers and stuff.
Yeah, I like my red-green deck.
No, the blue-red.
Oh, blue-red.
The blue-red.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry
yeah.
if I said red-green and got confused. But I'm talking about the blue-red, the artifact deck. I hate that. Like, I don't hate that deck. But the concept of it and how the cards play together doesn't excite me.
Yeah.
Like, my green and white deck that I built, like, I don't know if this is making sense to anybody, but, like, the way that they're, like, green, like, has these powerful creatures that are, like, nature creatures, and everything's, like, fairies and awesome, and then the white is, like, angels and life. I just
Yeah.
like those concepts better. than fucking blue black or blue red or something that's all like meh. Like I haven't played blue with anything but red and black, so I can't speak for blue white or blue blue green. But or I've obviously never played mono blue.
Yeah.
So that's not a thing. But these intro packs look pretty cool. Again, I'm on this Magic Spoiler website, and there are just plenty of positive comments about these new cards. I'm trying to kind of flip through here. I'm such a fucking sucker for cute animal cards. That's why I like green.
Yeah.
This one right on top is this Highland Game. He's a elk creature.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty cool. And when he dies, you gain 2 life. So like this guy would be perfect for my green-white deck. Because a lot of it's about, or my black-white is the same way, where it's about pumping up life. But he couldn't go in black-white because he's a green creature. But he's cool and he's cheap and you gain life, so that's cool. That's crazy. These 3, because see, we were looking at these booster pack cards and noticing the 3 color cards, and we were like, whoa, that would be really hard to build a 3 color card deck. But that's what. Every single one of these intro packs is 3 colors. If you're like me and don't pay attention to Magic news, that's a shock to me. And I do read the articles, but I read like the headline and like the first paragraph and call it good, so I miss a lot of the good details.
Yeah.
See, this blue card. This is the kind of shit that makes people hate blue, because this is the kind of shit that Brett does. Read that shit out loud and tell people how much blue makes people assholes.
Crippling Chill, 1 blue, 2 colorless. It's an instant. Tap target creature. It doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Draw a card. So yeah, 3 mana.
Yeah,
you can lay that. It's an instant, so you could do it whenever. So you could be like
if you get like an 8/8 creature finally. And then they lay down that shit. Because how much does it cost? It's not even expensive. It's like 3 mana.
3 mana.
Fuck that.
So you're basically...
Fuck that.
It's almost like countering somebody's attack or countering somebody's block. And then it's like, to like rub salt in the wound, I get to draw a card.
The art on this one is really cool. Give a little Magic art shout out. On Dragon Scale Boon... It's an instant. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature and untap it.
Yeah, I like that.
It's pretty cool. But good job, Mark Winters. The art is really beautiful.
Take a look at
there
that.
it is.
Oh yeah, this one.
Yeah, I'm trying to look. If there's what the fuck is this thing? Venerable Lamazoo, like it looks like vulnerable, but it's VENERABLE. And then it's LAMMASU. It's a creature. And it says, like, Lamazoo creature. And it's a 5/4 flying for fucking 7 mana. But look at that thing. What the fuck kind of animal is that? If you are into Magic, you have to look up this card because the art...
Yeah. I'll probably send a link to all of the cards we talk about just so people can see it.
The art is, like, fucking crazy.
Yeah. Dude, that is weird. And I mean, unless you're making like a nothing but flying deck, this really isn't that great. I mean, 7 mana for a 5/4 with flying.
Yeah, and then it's fucking
That's
weird
it. That's all it has.
Okay, this card, Become Immense. It's an instant. It says delve, and then in parentheses it says delve. It says DELVE, and then in parentheses it says each card you exile from your graveyard while casting the spell pays for 1 mana. And then it says target creature gets +6/+6 until end of turn. So for 6 mana, you can +6/+6 someone. But what the fuck does that delve stuff mean?
Yeah.
That's the thing I'm terrible about is like, I buy the new intro packs when they come out, and then I don't understand the new stuff.
Yeah.
And none of the people I play with understand the new stuff because we're all playing with old cards.
What I'm kind of thinking about doing now, because now that I have a pretty solid amount of cards built up, what I'm kind of thinking about doing is instead of buying a shit ton of new cards, going through all of the cards that I have that I don't have in decks right now and probably won't put in a deck,
and try and sell them, and then use that money that I get from selling them to buy the cards that I actually want. Because I had a friend of mine go through some of my cards this past week, and he like pulled out a card, and he was just like, I really want to trade like a card for you with this, but this card is worth like $15.
Yeah.
And I was just like, and it's in my I'm not using this, I don't care about it pile. And it's like, shit, I have a $15 card in my I'm probably never going to use. I should sell that and get like 6 like just uncommon cards that I actually want.
Credit. Yeah. Yeah, I've been thinking about doing that with like our extra cards or like my extra DVDs too, but that's a whole other
we
should like maybe split some bulk shit on eBay or something.
Yeah. Or if you're in the Kansas City area and play Magic and know a good place that gives good prices on cards,
and, like in individual cards too, because like I know some like comic book shops in like Westport and Midtown that sell Magic cards, but they only sell like the intro packs and the like fat packs and stuff. They don't sell individual cards or like vintage stock. I know not every vintage stock does this, but some vintage stocks do, where they like take random cards that people have traded in and like mix them together in random like, you know,
packs. So
it's like a booster pack but bigger, but it's not anything Magic or Wizards of the Coast is putting out. It's like the people who work in the store have put these packs together with just random shit.
Yeah. They probably didn't even look at them. They just stuck them in there.
Because when I get them, it's like a booster pack where it's like the one I got the other day when we went was like mostly green cards, but then there was like cards of every color were in there, so pretty random. But new Magic cards exciting. Like Lizzie said, she'll put the links
on
to
the ones we talk about,
stuff. You know, it's hard. Like I said, it's kind of hard to Google and find information about new Magic stuff because it's not mainstream. You know, everyone's talking about Ebola and shit like that right now. They're not talking about the new Khans of Takir or whatever cards. So, I don't know if you guys noticed, but this episode we tried to do something a little bit different where it's more hashtag free flow. Let us know what you think of it. We really want your feedback. That's not you, Lucy. You give us too much of that already. Just kidding. But if you
we love you, Lucy.
If you want to be our intern or trade Magic cards with us,
or just play Magic
hate
with us,
or ask Lizzie for titty pictures, follow us on Twitter. Twitter's where it's at these days. I don't know if you watch the news, but you can follow the podcast at Not Pink Podcast on Twitter. You can follow me, Stephanie, at Pizza Butt Stuff on Twitter, and you can follow the lovely Lizzie at Lizzie with an Axe on Twitter. It's been really good talking with you guys. Please subscribe and like and do all that good stuff.
Follow us on Tumblr too.
Yeah, we're trying to
follow Not Pink Podcast and Stephanie on Tumblr.
Yeah,
I don't have a Tumblr.
Lizzie doesn't have Tumblr. We'll get there. It's kind of hard to do. Like we talked earlier about doing Vine and stuff, so we'll get there. But we love you guys and we appreciate the support and can't wait to talk with you again.
Bye.